you. I would watch the days go by, wasted in blue. I was out of use. Now every day, every night, every moment with you, I'm walking on air. And every day, every way, I feel I can't lose. I wanna shout it out, ain't no limit. I wanna shout it out to the world. You got me all worked up, got me spinning. I'm crazy for love, crazy for love, crazy for crazy for love, crazy for love. Whenever lost, whenever down, you know what to do, to do. There's no mountain I won't climb, be right by your side, right by your side. Now every day, every night, every moment with you, I'm walking on air. And every day, every way, I feel I can't lose. I wanna shout it out, ain't no limit. I wanna shout it out to the world. You got me all worked up, got me spinning. I'm crazy for love, crazy for love, crazy for crazy for love, crazy for love. I found a miracle, I found the dream. Living is beautiful with you and me. I found a miracle, I found the dream. Living is beautiful with you and me. I wanna shout it out, ain't no limit. I wanna shout it out to the world. You got me all worked up, got me spinning. I'm crazy for love, crazy for love, crazy for. You know I'm crazy for, crazy for love, crazy for. You know I'm crazy for, crazy for love.
Hello, hello, my big
I've been waiting all my life.
Let's keep going with the music, shall we?
Someone
How
like
are you
you.
all today?
How-
Happy Sunday, happy Monday, wherever you are in the world. I do appreciate you for joining me today in our weekly catch up, weekly get together to discuss planners, stationery, setting up for a week, but more importantly, to enjoy each other's company and be in a safe, warm, happy, loving environment. I do appreciate you all be here. I see that already a lot of you have said hello to each other. That is so nice. Isn't that great? Stephanie's here. Hello, Maria. Angela, hello. Erin, how are you? Adriana, hello, hello. And we have Elle. We have, who else do we have in? We have May. Hello, May. I appreciate you being here. Karen, hi, how are you? Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you being here. So do make sure that anybody who's new here, please type in new in the chat. Or if you're watching on replay, type in the comment section. Put new, I'm new here, whether in my live or in my channel. Let me know where you are tuning in from, as I'd love to see you here. And hello, Christina. Hi, how are you? All right, we're going to get going. So chat amongst yourself. I'm going to check up on the chat along the way. But today I am setting up my weekly spread in my hobonichi cousin. Here we go. Sorry about the glare. Hobonichi Cousin Planner weekly spread for the week of February 12th to the 18th. So we are going to get going. So then that way I am within my time frame and you don't hear the bustling, hustling and bustling of my kitchen when my boys do wake up. So I actually said to my husband, so right here is our bedroom wall. And so of course I start talking 5:30 a.m. here in Sydney, Australia, my time, and I am always, very worried that I might be waking him up with my, you know, chatter and everything else. But you know what he said to me? He knows that when I'm talking at 5:30 a.m., because he gets up an hour later at 6:30 a.m., that I am up, that I am going to have a great day. I'm going to have a great morning with you. So isn't that nice? Because I said, "Oh, I'm sorry I make too much noise and I'm talking too loud." And he just says he knows that I'm up, that whether I had an anxious night before, I'm feeling anxious, that I have showed up for myself and for you guys as well. So isn't that wonderful for him to see it that way, that I'm not making too much noise for him? All right, so I see that you are all saying hello to everybody. I appreciate it so much. I know I spilled coffee accidentally all over my planner. I know. So I'm back on the hunt for a new planner. Oh, my heart. But secretly, isn't it nice to be shopping for a new planner? But I know what you mean. Oh, when I get like even like makeup or I smudge my pen, I already go, "Argh!" So I do know the how frustrating that can be. But let's look at it in a way that we get to look at new planner. And you know what happens when you look for a new planner and you do something that you enjoy? That's your me time. So even though it is a little bit frustrating, look at it as my little time for me. Walk in the shops, flick through all the different planners, look through all the different stationery. So hopefully you take that time for yourself, Stephanie, and just be on your own. Maybe have a coffee by yourself while, where after you buy your planner. So make sure. No scuffs on my stuffs, but coffee is next level. Oh yes. I wonder if you can make like a vintage look out, or like an antique look out of it. I don't know. Maybe you can salvage it. Let us know how you go next time. Oh, speaking of coffee, I'll keep this away from my planner because I have been known to do that. Although I bought these little IKEA cup holders that stick onto the side of your desk, so then it's not on the actual desktop. So because I know I'm like, oh, looking for a pen here and there. So all right, let's get going. So hopefully we are, whew, I always, after a dance, my heart rate's like I'm having such a good time. Okay, so this is my current weekly spread, as I said, in my hobonichi cousin, which is an A5. Now, if you are new here to my channel, you do not have to have the same planner size as me, planner layout. You may have ring planners, discbound planners, other dated or undated planner. What I would love for you to get is to get inspiration from the things that I set up. You might be able to put something similar in your own planner, or maybe create a new planner page. Because what I want you to look at is planning not just as a productivity tool, but also as a form of self-care, where you get to embellish your pages with lovely washi tape, stickers, and colorful markers, and create lovely spreads. Because when you find joy in your planner, then you have more chance of touching it, updating it, writing down your to-do list, events, and then of course also making sure to schedule in your breaks. So this is the new week. Let me take this one off. What do I have here? Stuff for me to do, so let me put that aside. So this is the hobonichi weekly spread. So it is in columns, so in vertical columns. And then what I've done is I don't actually use the weekly spread because there is time blocking here. So, well, you can't see because I've covered it. So I create task boxes inspired by a YouTuber called Just Be With You Odia. So, and I have created my own special little task boxes that relate to my weekly needs, whether it's productivity stuff, self-care, getting a nice well balanced, in 7 key areas of focus. So that's what I'm going to do today. All right, so what I'm going to do first is I normally start my weekly spread or weekly setup doing all the washi tapes and stickers, but we know in case in case I do run out of time with adding the pretty little stuff, I get the most important things so you get to see how I do it. Now, all items I do mention and show in today's video, it is in my Amazon storefront affiliate link. If it's not in there, I have created a separate link, even if it's if I can't find it in a online store, I put the name down, so then that way you might be able to find something similar. Oh, speaking of, did you see this? Did you see my cover? Now, this is not a hobonichi cover hearts one. See, this is what it normally looks like. Okay, so this is called the Dreamy Soda cover in A5 hobonichi. But what I did, can you see this? This is vellum paper that I printed on using my printer and going on Canva. So if you were here last time and watched my how to create vision boards using Canva for free, you can also create little covers for your own so you can customize it. So I use vellum paper, but you can use any normal paper, but I like to use vellum because of course it's see-through, and then I can still get to see the color of the Dreamy Soda. And let me just quickly show you, and this is all it is. Now I can print in A4 size, so then it's a full page, but my printer unfortunately isn't too friendly with vellum paper. It eats it up, and so I have to actually stick it onto a normal copy paper, and then there was just ink smudges, so I had to cut off bits but that fitted perfectly. I rounded off the corners with a corner chomper, pop it in place like this, put the cover back on. Let's do this gracefully. And now I have a customized cover for my planner that fits in with the theme of love this week. So whether you celebrate Valentine's or Galentine's, I think it's Galentine's, is celebrating it with your girlfriends. What do you think? Isn't that cool? Now, for those of you that have been with me would have seen Christmas ones or New Year's 2024. So that is a great way. If you do own a planner that has a plastic covering on it, doesn't have to be hobonichi. I think the Midori planners, you can also have a clear cover on it. You can put your own little customized cover page. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Yes, isn't it adorable? It looks so cute, although don't look too closely. I touched the printed vellum too quickly before the ink dried, and you can see some of my fingerprints, but that makes it unique to me. So let's get started. But I thought I'd tell you that, and the link for this hearts wallpaper template, which is free on Canva, is in the link in the description below. Now you have to customize it because I think it's at a portrait 16 by 9, but play around with it. Have a look at my other video to see how you can play around with different sizing. So that was that. So I'm going to use the Pentel drawing pencil, which is a felt tip pen, and this is in the, I love the 0.5 thickness, and so I have already penciled in my different task boxes, although this week I am creating a new special task box. So let me see if I can do this. I have to move everything, and now if I do disappear from this little rectangle here and you see the top of my head, or you see me off center, it's because I'm trying to create lines, and for me to be able to follow, see, I'm going to go off. For me to be able to follow the lines, I need to be right on top of the page. So I'm going to try and do this from an angle over here. Now here in the corner, I just make a little rounded corner, because then what you can do is you can create this little sort of like, someone said it looks like a little bottom. See, little bottom, and it looks like your page is turning up. So this one is for my 7 areas of focus. So while I talk about the 7 areas focus, I'm going to draw the other line. So based on Zig Ziglar's Wheel of Life, you should try and do activities or create habits and routines in 7 key areas of your life. So, in no particular order, they are spiritual, mental, physical, career, finance, family, and social. I think that's 7. So if I did miss any, do let me know. All right, so I will explain once I've created the frame of each task box. I will explain what each one is for because, like I said, I am introducing a new one here. Now, unfortunately, on Friday, my mood was just really um, quite low. I was having a great day, but some I don't know, probably a sock on the floor, who knows? Something triggered me, and then I just started crying. And then for the rest of the day, my mood was really low. So lots of different factors. I need to make sure I have a good sleeping pattern. And for sure, I need to get out more for a walk. So these are the habits and routines that I am really working really, really hard to get consistency. And then at the same time, I keep forgetting. So I turned 49 at the beginning of this year. And so I am in what's called my perimenopause journey. And so this is when I'm still learning lots about it. Oops. And my hormone levels are, they say, going up and down. So I am going to trying to do the line at the edge without, that's all right, that's okay, we like rustic look. So I am going to um, book a visit for my doctor, and so make sure that and get my blood test done. So I said I was supposed to get my blood test done back in October. Hmm, naughty Marianne, not. So I need to do that and just get a lot of different things and try and ask for advice. Get good sleeping pattern, maybe look at my nutrition as well, which I've never really had to go and, you know, look at because, when you're younger, you can bounce back a lot easier. But I ain't young no more, Well, I am young at heart, but I have to make sure that I do look after myself, and I things are a little bit different now, right? So speaking of, I am getting quite warm. So this is my cooling fan, Pure Living. I have looked for this particular one online and I can't find it. And even the store that I bought it from doesn't offer it online, so it's in store. So it's just a little cooling fan that I'll pop that over there. So then it keeps me nice and cool. And because, one of the things is hot, not only hot flashes, but also these lights do get me quite hot and bothered. Hot and bothered, because it's love week. Focus areas. All right. So here, the trying to write at this angle is a bit focus areas. All right. So I will write my 7 areas of focus. No mistakes, just rustic look. That's right, Jennifer. Hello, nice to see you. I love that you crept in over here. Hello there, May. I love it. All right, so focus areas. So I create habits and routines that hit those different 7 areas of focus. So, like I said, you want to try and get a balance. So I like to look at how I did from the previous week. So then that way I can help look at prioritizing last week habits, because we know, well, for me anyway, that I don't expect myself to do everything in these 7 key areas of focus each and every day, because things, we know life or happens, and I don't have all the time in the world, because I am also a full-time homeschooling mum to my young son. He's 15 and he's on the autism spectrum. So I want to make sure that I'm on my A game for him as well as for me. And sometimes, you've got all these balls that you have to try and juggle, sometimes you got to put a ball down to be able to prioritize on some other things. So I've just created little headings there. This one I'm going to create as a notes little page. So if there's anything that I need to write down for the week that I don't actually know where to write it in, and I don't want to, put it in my daily pages, or it's, maybe something for the next week, I'll write it down here. And this one, what do I write on this one? I think just another little area for me to write down notes. And then here I'm going to do, I won't write the heading yet because I want to highlight it. Actually, I should have done my highlights. And then workout. So my aim for the workout, so if you are creating goals for the habits either you want to uh, get better at, you want to maintain, or you want to eliminate out of your routine, try and create a range. Instead of saying, I want to work out every day, or maybe say, I want to work out 7 days a week or 6 days a week, have a range, a low range to a high range. So let's say for me, I want to work out 3 to 5 days a week. So then if I don't work out the 5 days and only 3, that is still a win. So have a think of the goals and the habits you want to create, that you're creating for yourself, and go, how can I create a range for myself? So let's say I want to read a little bit more this year or this month. Instead of saying I want to read, a chapter, and you won't know how long a chapter will take for you to read. Maybe I want to read 5 to 8 pages. I want to read 10 to 15 minutes. Or if you, for me, another habit that I want to try and get better at is the, daily cleaning, spot cleaning. Instead of saying I want to clean a whole room, I'll say I want to put the timer on 10 to 15 minutes and clean, a certain area of my apartment. So give yourself a little range on the specific measurable thing in that, with the habits you're creating. And then that way you don't feel bad, because even though we know, we'd say to ourselves, a win is a win, a small actionable task is still great, better than nothing, right? But our mind plays tricks on us that says, well, you said you wanted to work out every day of the week, but you only worked out 3 days. That's not good enough. And it's like, well, actually it is, when I, didn't work out at all the previous year. So, all right. So now here I'm going to write it off camera. But here, the things that I focus on in the 7 key areas of focus is I meditate, again, about 10 to 15 minutes using the Headspace app to help guide me. I read 10 to 15 minutes of my Kindle book. I track my expenses. So that one is, daily, or as much as possible. Workout, even though I've got the whole 7 days, if I get 3 workouts in the week, I am happy. Priorities here, so I put here, this is sort of like the career, because here I've got homeschooling and of course my content creation. So whatever top 2 or 3 priorities I have assigned for myself for the day. So let's see. All right, so here, review my content, look at our English curriculum, and do my zero-based budget. So I assign myself 2 to 3 priorities of the day. So if nothing else gets done in the day, I'll be happy to get, 2 to 3 of those completed. So that's what I track with priorities. Connect is when I touch base with my family, friends, whether catching up with them in real life, texting, DM, catching up with my online friends. So making sure, just reaching out, hey, how are you? How's it going? And then, of course, that cleaning that I said I want to try and get better at. Now, as you can see here, I was busy first half of the week, very emotional second half of the week. I did do those things. Where is it? I did do those stuff, but I just didn't track it on my planner. So see, even me, who's a planning lady, right? And have as a, plannerette community, there's still, it's okay if you don't get things done because there were some other priorities. And the priority was for me to take the time, give myself grace to just, nurse my emotions, nurse my habits. So, hey, hello, Irene. Thank you so much for joining me. Lovely to see you. Can you do a live on budgeting? Now I did. I remember, Adrian, you asked me a question, I think the first time you were here, and then I said I'll put it aside. And then with regards to, and then I never answered. So I'm glad you brought it back up. Now, with regards to budgeting, now I do have to be careful because here in Australia, finance and budgeting is a highly regulated industry. So I've got to make sure, even though I say budgeting on one of the things I like to show, it has to be very basic. So with regards to budgeting, there are some, I'll make sure I'll link it in the description, some of my older videos talking about zero-based budgeting, also cash stuffing envelopes. So I have to be very mindful that I don't technically give finance and budgeting advice because I don't want my content. So I'll have to, yes, Australia is very specific. A friend of ours, Jennifer, and my friend who's also a content creator, Claire Sarah, originally started her YouTube niche in the budgeting or finance, but when it starts changed, it was so now she gives advice if you want to make sure have a look at how to grow on YouTube. She does that now. So with regards to budgeting, Adriana, I do endeavor to make more simple budgeting routine videos that doesn't touch too much on financial advice. So it's more of an entertainment or yeah, very basic advice. But yeah, so if you do watch my other previous videos, I'll make sure after the live stream I pop some in there because I do have a zero-based budget YouTube video showing how I do it. Okay, so I'll make sure, let me pop that on my to-do list. So link zero-based budget. So, but do let me know in the comment section after the live so then I can see it right away what type of questions you may have, or any of you watching on the replay as well, what type of budgeting questions do you have? And then I can have a research if it's something I can at least show my way of doing it and I'm not giving advice. And then that way, yes, personal experience, yes, with a side of fun. That's right, entertainment value rather than advice is very, very important that I make sure I do. All right, so that's what I will put in these 7 areas of focus. Now, last week here, I create a little line graph or bar graph, sorry, and then I color this in based on how well I did the previous week. So here, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 days out of 7, I meditated the week before. And then reading 3 days out of 7. So read 1, 2, 3. And then that way, visually, I can see what I need to prioritize on in the new week. Now, here's the thing. If I may plug a little bit one of my planner insert printable download, if you do have a disc bound or a ring planner and you don't have a dated already pre-made planner like this, I do have printable downloads at mariannecresp.com. So just pop on over there into my shop and you can have, this is what I call my well-being planner spread. I do have the link tagged under the description. So this is similar, all right? So you've got that 7 areas of focus there. So I just really, I know now what I need to do. So it's just like one word. So that's the 7 key areas of focus. This little tracker is going to be similar to this one. And instead of a bar graph, I have actually a wheel of life pie chart. So then I color in each little pie has 7 segments. and then you color in based on how many days you actioned it. And then I have other things on this well-being planner spread. So this is a single planner spread. You've got your wheel of life focus, wellness tracker, morning journaling, and taking a break. So if you do have a ring planner, a happy planner classic, or a letter size or big happy planner size discount planner, you can grab my printable download V3 wellbeing planner spread in my shop. So just in case you go, how am I supposed to do that in my ring planner, or in my discount planner? So I have taken that concept and popped it into my weekly spread in my hobonichi. So that one will be this one. So I have picked these colors for my weekly spread February 12th to the 18th. So this is the Pilot Friction highlighter. And so this one, I think I'm going to do pink. So let me show you how to do these, little columns. Words, Marianne, words. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to make you dizzy. And here's a little trick. So then you don't go over. Get yourself some post-it notes. And then just create a little barrier. So then you're not going to color in beyond that. I'm going to move my keyboard because it's in the way. And I'm going to use the pink one, which is called the color. What's that say, everybody? Sorry about my fingers. I was using cooking chili last night. And get yourself a ruler. And then let's have a look. So save you from so then you can create nice clean edge. See how the post-it note will stop it from going beyond. So that's a little tip that you can use. So if you want to create little columns and you don't want it to go beyond a particular area, use post-it notes. Dun, dun, dun. Isn't that cool? And let's have a reveal. Ta-da! Ta-da! Oh, it's probably it's a little bit, see how it's not straight. That's okay. But if you're not happy with that, with the Pilot Friction, so I did get these as part of a brand partnership that I had with them back in January. So see, you can erase it. And then if you don't like this one, let's say this one was, didn't look good, you can erase it. And so for those of us who are a little bit particular, who want it to be a little bit more perfect than what, really matters, you can go and erase your boo-boos, your mistakes. Let's try that one again. And, oh, ta-da. I think I made it worse. You made it worse, Marianne. Doesn't matter. All right. So that's the highlighter. So with that little columns, it's just, it'll be easier for me to see Monday, Tuesday, separate the dates rather than having it all blank. So that's the areas of focus. Let me know if anybody has a question regarding Pilot Friction pens. Really, really good. Yes, thank you so much. Plug for Marianne's website. We got to do it. We got to do all these things because it's important that as much as, of course, I love your likes, and of course I love for you to share it with your planner friends and make sure you're engaging in the chat room as well in the comment section. I do appreciate the support, whether you come here and join me for live, or if you want to buy any of my planner insert printables, or you want to do any super chats or stickers, because it does help support the channel. As much as I love to do this, of course, showing up for myself and for you guys, it does help a little, so I do love that. Yes, use the eraser. Exactly. All right, so that's for that one. Now, this is the one that's a little bit different for this week. I want to track my sleep, how many hours of sleep I get, how many how much of the day am I spending on homeschooling, on productivity stuff, on self-care stuff. And so this one I'm going to have sort of like a 24-hour little line graph. So I'm not going to color it in, because what I will do is I'm going to show you. Let's say I'm going to assign a particular color for each. So let's say sleep. And let's say on Monday tonight, I sleep from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock. So then I will put 9 to 5. See, I can do this with a let me make sure it's not too bright. Let's have that better. So I can do this with an erasable highlighter. So then I'll be able to say, let's say then on Tuesday, I didn't get good sleep. I only got 2 to 3 hours. Then I'll be able to see my sleeping pattern. And let's say for homeschool, we do homeschool around about 9 to 3 o'clock. And then let's say I started later on Tuesday, and then let's say Wednesday we only did a little bit, because we do, both my son and I do get quite anxious, and I want to make sure to stop the meltdown either one of us, that we do take it easy. So then I'll be able to see how much time I am spending on the different things. So sleep, here I want to track my sleep, work, so which is my content creation. So let's say for content creation I do orange. So here we know that I'm going to be what do you call this, on live now. And then after my live, I'm going to be doing my morning routine and having breakfast. So then I'll be able to see, and then I'll have let's see, maybe this one for dinner, or I might have create, let's say here, don't forget to put in my breaks. So let's say this color here, which is the soft green. Oh, my fingernails, sorry guys, sorry, it's a bit ew, because it's just, yeah, I was handling chili. And so and let's say that's lunch, that's breakfast. And then let's say 4 to 5, I wasn't doing anything. I'll be able to see how much of my time I am spending on the things that matter most to me. So if I'm not putting in any self-care time, let's say that, and this too will help me. But really the most important is I want to know how much sleep I'm getting, because I'm not getting any sleep. And then this will be a great way for me to go back to my health practitioner or my general practitioner and say, I can't get to sleep. What is it that's I can do with my nutrition, da da da. And so that is how I'm going to use this task box. Okay, so Jennifer says those pens are pretty good. I'm not a huge fan of the way it clicks down on regular Fricks pens. However, I still use them. Right? Yes. To be honest, since I started following you and watch your live videos, it has motivated me. Thank you, Adriana. That's what I love to hear, that the community is something that through the joy of planning, stationery, and setting up our pages, that we can help motivate each other and make sure that it is something that brings us joy. Because sometimes well, most times really, life is hard, and then we feel like we're doing it all by ourselves. But jumping on a community like mine or other YouTubers that you all love watching to see, just feels like you're part of a community. And being social is actually part of our our primitive brain, is that we want to be part of a community. So it's not something that, it's something we have to do, because our brain is still stuck in the, caveman days. We want to be part of a community, because a community back in the caveman day means that you are protected. If you're not part of a community on your own, there's more risk that you could get eaten by saber-toothed tigers, right? So it is actually still an innate part of us to be part of a community. Thank you, Jennifer. Is motivating. started taking progesterone cream, and that helped me get to sleep. Yes, so I want to make sure that I'm all the stuff, the different things that I do need to help my nutrition, my sleep, my mood, and of course, after getting once I do get a blood test and get the result from there, that I am doing all the proper stuff, and seeing your general practitioner and your healthcare provider. Yes, exactly. Fantastic. I love that. So May says, ooh, Jennifer, that reminds me, I used to use progesterone cream a while back. Maybe I should try that again. Let me pop that down to ask my GP. Progesterone cream. Progesterone cream. All right. See these things. And so I'm going to start learning these things as I go along the way. My mood has improved so much. There we go. See? So I'll make sure I'll ask my GP. So anything that I do say here that has anything to do with your health, your nutrition, your working out, this is, what I'm saying. So make sure that you do follow what your general practitioner um, uh, tells you. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do with this task box here, is to then be able to see that, well, Marianne, you know, you haven't been doing all the stuff that, because you've been spending time on your phone scrolling through endless reels and videos and things like that. So because I always go, oh, I need to stay up because I have lots of things to do. But then if I find that 3 hours is unaccounted for, where it's just me on the couch doing nothing, then I can put strategies in place to make sure that I get stuff done during those times, so then I can get my 6 to 7 hours of sleep. And then of course that'll affect my mood, that'll affect the well-being of my family, and they don't get screamed and yelled at. So that's what that's going to be for. And then let me just quickly so here I won't do it now because I want to make sure that I'm getting this right. So here on down the side is Monday, MTW, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to Sunday. And then I'm going to start the top here, 5, that's 5 a.m. and then 4 a.m. And then I'll get to track. I don't know if this is something I will keep up week in, week out, but because I'm a visual person, I love tracking my progress. I mean, you've seen all my habit trackers, right? I love, because then for me visually, it's something that's tangible that can actually put my brain to work and say, it's not just, oh, I don't have enough time, or I need to work, I need to go and I don't have enough time to do a workout. And it's like, well, you spent time 3 hours on TikTok. Well, I don't watch TikTok, on Instagram. So then it'll bring forth all the bits and pieces that I make excuses for when there's actually no excuse. So that's that one. And then this one is my running to-do list. So the running to-do list is based on the Alistair method. And so you write down your tasks and to-do list from top to bottom, in no particular order. So let me pop that down. I do have a video showing you how to do a running to-do list. So what you would do is you would write down all the tasks that you have for the week. And I like to keep it at one, so then you're not overwhelmed with too many things. I think I'm going to use blue. Let's try this one. Let's see this one. Let's pop that here. And then I'll create. So I'm basing these colors on this Filofax washi tape. So it's got the hearts. Come on, focus. Is it going to focus? All right. And it's got the baby blue. It's got sort of like a gold, and then of course pinks and red. So I'm going to make it colorful. So instead of just pinks and red, I'm going to be making it all pretty. So bear me coming off the screen for a sec. Where's Monday? That's Monday. So grab your ruler, but you don't have to use a ruler. I've done it where I didn't use a ruler. Ruler, see, my Australian accent, ruler. Australians very rarely say their R's. Australia. See, it's Australia. We say Australia. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. See, let's take off. Ta-da! There we go. And then we put Monday, Tuesday up there. And I'm going to color this bit in because I want it to look. And now here, this one I'll do freehand. Let that dry for a bit. And so, yes, the Alistair method. Let's say, for example, I need to clean the microwave. And so I will put here, clean the microwave, and I will assign it to a particular day. So it'll probably be today, Monday. I need to clean the bathroom. I'm going to assign it to Tuesday. And then I'm going, oh, I got to go call, book my doctor appointment. So I'll put Monday again. So see how it doesn't have to be in any chronological order, and then make sure that it is, it's just, oh, top of mind, pop it down. And then that way, see, look, Stephanie, I've already got makeup on my page. And see, you probably couldn't see that, but see, now I know where you're coming from when the whole coffee thing got spilt. All right, so that's that task box. So let me know if you have any questions regarding the running to-do list. Yay, I love this community, and I love us. I love us. I really, really love us. Jennifer says, put your phone in another room. I don't have my phone in my bedroom when I go to sleep. Yes, that's another thing I need to make sure I don't do. It is very difficult. Jennifer, do you use a regular clock or alarm? No, actually, because I really need something to wake up, because when I do, I set my Fitbit. Yeah, so I've got my my Apple Watch that also has an alarm on it. But okay, so now this one, to make it look pretty, let's look at let's make which color shall I choose next? So I won't choose the red because it is quite dark, and so I might choose this, which is the pale orange. So to create, now you probably, so for those of us who are new to planning and embellishing our pages, you might go, but Marianne, this takes up so much time to be, highlighting and creating lines. Now I look at this, embellishing my planner pages, as a form of me time. So of course, when I don't have a lot of time, you may see pages that's not embellished, but I take this time. Let's say I'm not I'm not on YouTube and I'm not doing this. So I will take my time. So this might take, let's say half an hour if I'm not talking. And this is my time. It gives me something to focus on, something that will keep me centered, something to keep those thoughts at bay. And it slows the heart rate down because there is no threat, right? So when we have when our heart rate goes up, when we're having those anxious moments, it's saying to the part of our brain that's called the amygdala, which is our fight, flight, or freeze, that tells us, hey, this might be threat about. That's good when there's real threat. But unfortunately, our brain can get hijacked. They call it the amygdala hijack, where it perceives threat when there's no threat there. And boys, does my brain get into overdrive when it comes to anxious thought, low thoughts, intrusive thoughts. So I use my planning and my setting up my pages and embellishing my page as a way to slow down, to be centered, to be calm, and to focus. So, for those who ask me, Marianne, where do you find the time? I make time because I know how important this one, was I going to use this one? How important it is for my mental well-being, that I take time for myself, that I take time to slow down because my mind is racing. And so if you find that your mind races, let's say at night, before you go to bed, maybe that's when you can plan your next day. You can set up your daily pages. You can set up your planner for the next day. Try and maybe not do all your setup at the beginning of the week. Leave some space for, planning the night before. So then this is your form of meditation. This is your form of mindfulness. This is your way to slow yourself, to slow your thoughts. Okay, so then that's that one. And then uh let's do yellow. No, let's do this pale orange. So how did I do this one? So I just highlight the days of the week. So this is there, Monday. See, sometimes I don't use a ruler. One, leave two spaces. Did I leave two spaces? Yep. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. See, what I'm doing this is my brain is not thinking of anything else. It's leaving space for me to count how many spaces I need to leave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Saturday, Sunday, and then I can put a nice little positive affirmation. Just do it. See, just do it. I only worked out 2 days last week, and I'm going to forgive myself a little bit. I was a little bit mentally drained. drained. So that's my task boxes. So what do we think, everybody? Let me know. See how colorful that is. So let me pop in the washi tape, and then so we can see if that all ties in really well. So let me just cut off the edge. So let me know if you're in the chat or if you're in the comment section. Are you using your planning time, or how do you see your planning time as a me time, or do you see it as a chore? Do you see, oh, gotta? I think for us here, of course, lovers of planners and stationery, that it is. But did you ever think of it as your me time? Not just, oh well, I bought a planner, so I better set it up. So let's have a look. Let me just zoom out a little bit. Oh, I can't wait. Yes, so May says to be able to get up without an alarm clock is really good. Yeah, so I actually, again, it's a form of habit. They say sometimes, from what I've been reading, May, is they say that it's not so much the number of hours of sleep that you need to have, but it's getting sleep at the same, going to bed at the same time each night is as important as the number of hours of sleep. So creating those habits, making sure you're creating, because of that circadian rhythm, your body's internal clock saying that, hey, it's dark, it's time to go to bed. So setting up your bedroom and turning down the lights, and if you can have temperature control of the lights, and then in the morning when you wake up, open up the blinds or open up the curtains so you get that burst of light to say to your internal clock, into your body, going, it's daytime, it's time to be up and about. And so that's a really good way of doing it. Now I've just colored in the top just so then okay, so then it matches the bottom. And then what I will do is I'm going to get the 03 so it's not so thick, and I'm just going to create dash line around the date, so then it hides those imperfection. And then I'm actually going to go over the number. So that's just, I did that, I think, here. See? I highlighted the box, and then I created dash lines. I'll probably be able to do this a lot neater because my head is so far away I can't see it. So I'll do that with the rest of them. Jennifer says, even before I didn't work due to having illness, I had to wake up 5 a.m. Really needed the alarm because my body naturally woke up after years of having to wake up. 5 a.m. to be at work. That's right. Give yourself grace. Yeah, okay, thanks. That's so important. That's right. And it's like any other habit, May, we can't expect us to be, to do this overnight, So it's just slowly, instead of, for me, I know instead of trying to go, I need to have 8 hours of sleep, I need to start with 5.5 to 6 because my sleep's broken, like I'll sleep during the day, and then I'll go sleep a little, go to bed at 2 o'clock, wake up at 5 o'clock, go have a nap at 9 to 10. So it's very broken. And I want to make sure that, yes, as Jennifer from the Creative Classroom said, is give yourself that grace and set a sleep routine. Such a nice dashboard, Marianne. Yeah, I think so. And so once all I've completed it, I mean, like I honestly love looking. I am like impressed with myself with the dashboard that I've created on, and using my different colorful markers, different washi tape, so I can run through my different collections of washi tapes. So that's what I'm going to do is here. So is to track my sleep. So really, this was to track when I go to sleep, and then I'll slowly, incrementally go, all right, I'm sleeping at about 1, 2 a.m. Maybe tonight will go to try and go to bed at 12 o'clock. So which means I have to start setting things in place around about 10:30, maybe put my alarm on to go, hey, wash your face, or have a nice bath, or no exercise, or no water, or no these things, so have cut-offs. But I'm not going to go and say go to bed at 8:30 because I know I'm going to wake up at 10 o'clock, and then that's just going to be so. This little sleep, work, homeschool, self-care tracker of mine will allow me to see visually where I am at the moment. Because remember, it's important you know where you're at before you can make any progress or any changes. Because you can't just go, well, I've got to go to bed at 8 o'clock. And it's like, Marianne, you haven't gone to bed at 8 o'clock since 1995. So why do you expect to do that right straight away? So bit by bit. And that's why it's important. So May, if you're like me, where I sleep and waking up and all those stuff, is just know first, track first where you're at, and then you can go and set yourself small improvements. So then what I'll do is I'll just go and erase all the different pencil marking. And if I wanted, so I'm going to use the Tombow Jewel Brush Pen N95, just underneath each box, a couple of, probably can't see it, probably have a couple of layers of it to create shadows underneath each box. So then it looks like it's lifted up. Did I do it here? See here? I've got the gray marker. It just lifts that up. Now on this side of the page, I have my reading tracker. So like I said, I just set myself, I'm going to use the 0.5. I just set myself 15 minutes. So I put on the timer 15 minutes and I just read my Kindle. So at the moment I'm reading Ali Abdaal's feel good productivity book, and it's really been helpful. So and then here are some of my other wellness tracker. Which color? I think the baby blue. Oh, this is the soft blue. So I'm going to there, and there. And then I'm going to put a sticker up here. And what I track for my wellness tracker, I have to learn which way to zoom. I've got to go that way on the little dial to zoom in. So we won't look at this week because it doesn't look as good. There's some good ones. Here. This one looks good. January 22nd to the 28th. So I track my vitamins. So this is just multivitamins that I'm taking for some energy. Gratitude log, taking my deep breaths, stretching, and logging my mood. Okay, so this is how the running to-do list. So see here, I've got my list of things I need to do for the week, and then I just assign which day of the week I want them completed. If I complete it, I cross it off, put a line through so I no longer have to worry about it. And then if I don't do it, I put a little arrow and move it forward. And then if I don't do it at all, just cross it off. All right, so that's a running to-do list. So I'll pop the link for it on how to use a running to-do list. And do I have a running to-do list? A little. Let me see if the printable download that I have, I think, uh, yeah, so this one. So if you have an A5 or other planners, I created one, but you can create one in your own notebook. You don't need a planner insert printable, but if you do want one, I've got one available for you. But yeah, so all it is you just put down, have a brain dump at the end of the week or the beginning of the week. What do I need to do this week? All right, what day do I want it assigned it on? And then more lists come down, but keep it to either a one page like this or a little section like this, so not to overwhelm yourself. Because if you give yourself too much task to do, you actually don't do any of it. All right, so let's have a look. What else did I need to do? And then the other things that I put on here is the weather. So I made myself a little sticker book using square lime designs. So it's I bought her digital stickers, and I printed it on a sticker back paper, and then I used my silhouette cutting machine to cut it. I do have a video for that, but Christina has given a 10% discount, Mariane 10. So it's in the description. So if you go to her Etsy shop, you can get 10% off her digital stickers, or her, I think she does do like actual physical stickers that she can ship to you. So I put the weather up here. Where do I put it? Up here. So then I know what the weather will be like for my husband and my oldest son, who goes to high school outside of the home. And then that way, if they need to bring an umbrella, or later on, once the weather starts getting colder, if they need to go and there we go. Oh, I think it's stormy on Wednesday. Where's my storm? There's my storm sticker. So there, and then I just put that there, and then I also put the temperature range. So this is in Celsius here in Australia. Wednesday, Thursday, it's raining now. And then underneath that, I look at my monthly calendar, and then migrate or transfer all the different things that's on here into my weekly, so then I can plan ahead. So on Wednesday, my husband's getting eye surgery, because he is blind. He was blind in one eye a couple of years back, got that done. Then now he's going to get the other eye done. So I got that there. He's got his eye surgery, and then he's taking the rest of the week off to recover. And then my son's school excursion, drama school excursion. And so knowing what's coming up allows you to make sure that you don't get a surprise. Surprise! It's like, oh, there's a school excursion, and then you got to make sure that the son has lunch packed, and then Sunday it's a cloudy day. So I got this, putting the weather and the temperature from Elena of the Organized Money. And so knowing what the weather is going to be like, of course, they're not going to be right. We know forecast isn't right all the time. So then that's there. Now, let me just show you the other thing I'm going to be introducing is, so I've only started doing it Saturday and Sunday, because remember, like I said, Friday I was emotionally drained. I was just feeling low. I was crying most of the day. So then one of the things is I want to track my mood throughout the day. So I'm breaking it down to 3 What was my mood in the morning, what was my mood in the afternoon, and what was my mood in the evening. And here I'm just going to assign my little color coding. So my color coding is, so green is a good day, uh, orange is a no, green is a great day, orange is a good day, yellow is an okay day, blue is a tense day, and red or pink is a sad day. So here, I had a sad day on Friday, and I had to fill in the rest of those. So I'm also going to introduce, so this is a new one I'm introducing for the week, where I want to see what my mood is throughout the day. So on Saturday, it was a good morning, feeling low, good evening. So then again, when I do go to my health practitioner or general practitioner, I have noted and logged down the days, times of the day that I'm maybe not, my energy isn't as high, my mood isn't, or if I have low days. So then that way I can see for myself as well that, hey, Marianne, in the middle of the day, your energy level is a 3 instead of a 4, or my energy level is a 2. So I won't put too much pressure on myself in the middle of the day. That could be the day that I had unplug, I relax, and everything else. All right, so let's quickly have a look. um uh Better no, oh, better not to forget erase tomorrow's sleep. You already put up. Yes, I'll make sure I'll do that as well. I'm popping off. Have a great day. Thank you, Jennifer. You're probably already gone by the time I read this. Do you use a reading journal? I do. Um, so my reading journal is uh, reading. This is reading as in like the book I'm reading. So I've got on my Kindle here, Adriana. Adriana is got the Kindle. This is a little pouch that I sewed. I might make some of these and sell them. So this is sewing illustration. Let me make sure I pop that link as well. So if you are a seamstress or a sewer, I'll pop the, so this is actually a phone pouch that I have customized. And then I just bought little spiral notebooks. See? And then I use my HP Sprocket photo printer, and then I print the cover. And then remember how I said I only do put my timer on for 10 to 15 minutes. So in that time, I'm reading and writing. So I'm probably only reading 5 minutes worth of text, but I'm writing because writing things down help you retain the information a lot better. So see, part 1, and of course a great way again to use your markers, pens, and practice your handwriting. So this is my reading journal. I did have in different planners and everything, but I found now is if I have these little books, so this was the one before, Marie Forleo's Everything is Figureoutable, I can refer back and everything is in one little notebook. So these are just, you can buy these spiral notebooks, maybe, 5 for $3 US dollars, whatever it is. Go to your local stationery store, and then, you don't even have to have a photo printer. Just print a cover of the book you're reading on normal paper, glue it or sticker tape it down. So at the moment, I'm already on volume 2 of the Ali Abdaal's Feel Good book. So this is what's helping me learn how to make sure that I'm using productivity and making myself feel good, and making sure that it's not doing things because it's a chore, I should do it because I want to, and it brings me joy. So that's how my reading journal, Adriana. Thank you. Yes, best wishes for a speedy recovery for your hubby. Yes, I'll make sure I let him know. Prayers for hubby. He's already awake now, so he's hearing this. Such a great idea for separating moods into sections, because we can have, so that's right. Like, I mean, when I track my mood, my desk is getting quite busy here now. When I track my mood in my mood log, my little stickers coming off, I just track how the overarching, overarching mood of the day. But then now, because my mood is changing so much throughout the day, it's something that I need to keep an eye on, because, I think I had on Friday morning, I was having such a great day, and then something triggered me, and then I was just like, right? And I just cried, and then I was like tears, like those emojis with the stream of tears. That was me. I was like, okay, put my A game on because we got to do homeschooling, and then it's like, get outside, go for a walk. We went to the library, got frappuccino for the young one, and then just had a relaxing afternoon. And so it's still a little bit drained the next day. So then I thought, I gotta put a better system for me to track these things. And so that's how I thought. And it's just, again, a little task box. So for Monday, I'll make sure here I'll create that little task box like that. And then that little margin. Like at first that margin was just like a ruled line. But make sure it's, focusing. But it's a great way for me to put my actual color coding mood. So yes, love it. Thank you so much. I'm great. Please sew your pouches. I'd buy one. Yeah, it's one of those things that's like, where do I find the time? And you remember how I said I also want to create I also want to sew a cover for the hobonichi original, because then it's a lot easier and a lot smaller than the A5. And I've got so many different fabrics. But again, May, it's one of these things of, where the hell do I find the time to do this when? But maybe now that I get to track my productivity and my sleep and my self-care time, maybe I'll be able to discover a little pocket of time where I'm procrastinating or doing nothing, and then I could use that as a way to be productive, to find some me time. I do enjoy sewing, and then creating lovely things like this little pouch that my little Kindle goes in. See? So this one here, I added a second pouch. So the original sewing pattern only has one. This is actually like a little phone case, and I think I made it bigger. I made it bigger to fit my Kindle, and then my little notepads just live in there. Boop. Because I actually used to make handbags. Back in my day when the babies were babies, the boys were babies, and I found myself playing Bejeweled back on Facebook days. I think they're now, what are they called now? Whatever those games. Bejeweled was back what it was called in my day, and I would spend 45 seconds doing that, and then I found that I was doing that for 2 hours while the boys napped. I went, I can't spend my time playing Bejeweled games. And then I taught myself how to sew little pouches, bags, my many moons ago, 2010, 2011. So that's where it is. So what this whole week would look like, I'll fix that. I'll make that a little bit bolder with a little dash. I'll add in this week's known events and any bills that may be due. I will add in my focus area habits, and also mark how well I did the previous week and create a bar graph. And then this is where I'll mark down if I've completed it this week. Created a little task box for just random notes, brain dumps, or any thoughts. And then created this check effect. And then you've got whatever notes, maybe quotes or anything else. My running to-do list. So of tasks that I need to do for the week. Assign a day when I'll do them. A little productivity tracker. My workout tracker. My reading tracker, and then my other wellness tracker like gratitude log, taking my vitamins, deep breaths, stretches, and updating my mood log, which is this one. See, my mood log. Now, Kina Prince, let me pop that. Oh, it's already in the description. Kina Prince, which is where I get my Lola digital stickers. She also does have physical stickers that she ships. Has been kind enough to give me a PR code. So you can get 15% off. So Mariane 15, Mariane 15. So once you go there, pop that in the discount code box. So I don't get this, so they're not affiliate links. So Kina Prints and Square Lime Designs. I don't get anything for it apart from, actually, Kina Prince, oh, she was lovely enough to get me a little voucher. But so for your purchase, I don't get anything. So I wanted to ask them if I could share some discount code with my lovely community, and they were kind enough. So there you go. It's in the description for Kina Prince and Square Lime Designs, Etsy, and our own website. Oh, love you all. Oh, Bejeweled. Yeah. Do you remember Bejeweled? I remember Bejeweled. So there we go. So my desk is a mess, and that always means that I had a great time planning. Now, if you haven't, oh, did you get to see my habit tracker that is free? Remember how I've been going on and on and on and on since last year saying I'm going to create a simple habit tracker? Guess what? I created it. That's right. I actually did something. So this one is a great way. So it's free, printable download. The link is in the description below. And I am going to be holding a free webinar to show you how to do it. It's pretty much self-explanatory. It goes through different questions to ask yourself when creating a habit a new habit, a habit you want to maintain, or a habit you want to eliminate or reduce. And then it's a great way to have a track one thing at a time in a 3-week period. So then that way you're not just looking at one and go, oh, I didn't do too well. Remember, you gotta do the habits a lot of times before it sticks. And then that way, for those of you that are new to habit tracking, this type isn't as daunting. See, sometimes I find that too daunting for myself. So I'm even using this for my cleaning. Hey, not bad. 4 days out of 7 doing my cleaning tasks. And so then I'll fill this up for this week, and I'll fill that up for the following week. And then I can see patterns. So yes, Mariane actually did create the habit tracker that she's been saying she would create since maybe October, maybe earlier than that. So grab this free printable download, My Habit Tracker in A5 size, Happy Planner Classic, as well as letter or big Happy Planner size. So with that, I hope you enjoy this lovely habit tracker. I appreciate you all being here with me, enjoying my Sunday morning, your Sunday afternoon or evening. Happy planning for the new week, and love to you all. Big love to you all. Thank you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you in the comment section or over on Instagram at Mariane Cresp. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. I love you.